Dear students, let us revise Unit 2. So Unit 2 is about equations of first order but not of first degree. So these are non-linear differential equations. So first, methods for solution. So given differential equation of first degree and first order and higher degree, first case is we can write it as p minus r1 into p minus r2 and so on p minus rn. That means suppose we can factorize it in the factors of this form p minus r1, p minus r2, etc. Okay. So such thing is called as equation solvable for y. In this case, we equate each such part to 0 and for example, if we have p minus rk is 0, that means we have dy by dx minus rk equal to 0. So this is first order and first degree differential equation, and we solve as usual, and then we get solution of this form fk, which is function of x, y, and arbitrary constant. And then we can combine all such solutions, take product, say f1 into f2 and so on, fn equate to 0 and get the general solution of this equation. So we have seen some examples. Here is one example where we can solve this for p. We have different roots for p, and then for each such root we have one differential equation which we solve. Okay, so here p is minus 1. This is one equation. Another equation is p equal to minus 2x plus y upon x plus 2y. Okay, so these equations can be solved and we get solution. Okay, so first equation gives y equal to constant because dy by dx is 0. Another is dy by dx equal to minus 1, which produce y equal to minus x plus c, and third one is dy by dx equal to minus 2x plus y upon x plus 2y. And this is solution of third equation. We combine all these three and get the required solution. Second case is equation solvable for y. Okay, so suppose this equation is given f of x yp equal to 0, then and suppose we are able to write this as y equal to some function of x and t. Okay, so important step is differentiate this equation 2 with respect to x. Okay, so that we get dy by dx, and dy by dx is nothing but p, and then differentiate right hand side using same rule. So this is first order differential equation in P. Remember, this is differential equation in P. And we try to solve this first order equation in P, and we get solution of the form g of x p c equal to 0. And second step is eliminate P from this solution, that is equation 4, and the original differential equation, given differential equation. Okay. So here is one example which we can solve for y, and differentiating we get dy by dx as p, and now we get this as differential equation in first order first degree differential equation in p and x. Okay, and this is a solution which is a relation between p and x. There is arbitrary constants. Okay, so we use this equation 2 and the given differential equation 1 as solution. That means we can eliminate and get the required solution. Third case is very similar to second case, that is equations solvable for x. Where we are able to write given equation as x equal to some function of y and okay. And again we differentiate. Remember, in this case we differentiate with respect to y. So left hand side is dx upon dy. And remember that dx upon dy means 1 upon dy by dx, and dy by dx is p, so it is 1 upon p. Right hand side is differentiated as usual using same rule. Okay. And we again get first order differential equation in p, and we solve it for solve this differential equation in p and y. Our solution will take the form g of y p c equal to 0. C is arbitrary constant. And then this solution and original differential equation can be used as solution. We eliminate p from these two equations. Okay. Here is one example. Note that we can use different methods to solve same differential equation. We may get different expressions as solution. Okay. So remember that solution is not unique even if we are provided initial value, because these are non-linear equations. So here we differentiate this with respect to y. Left hand side is 1 upon p. Right hand side is differentiated using chain rule. And then we solve this and we get relation between p, y, and there is arbitrary constants. Okay, so this equation and original given differential equation form the solution. Now we discuss some particular cases. Suppose x is absent in given equation, then differential equation will take the form f of y comma p equal to 0. Okay, so we again have two cases. Either we can solve this for p, that means we can write p equal to phi of y. That means dy by dx equal to phi of y, and this takes variable separable form dy upon phi of y equal to dx, and which can be integrated. Another thing is this equation 1 f of yp equal to 0 can be solved for y. Okay, if it is solvable for y, then we can write y equal to some function of p, say capital F of p. In this case, we proceed as earlier. That means we differentiate this with respect to x. We write p for dy by dx and continue. Another case is very similar to this, that is y is absent. So we have f of x comma p equal to 0 as given differential equation. Again, if we can write this as p equal to some function of x, then we get variable separable form. Otherwise, it will be solvable for x, and we proceed as earlier. We differentiate with respect to y, and we write dx upon dy as 1 upon p and proceed. Equations homogeneous in x and y. So here, note that if function is homogeneous in x and y, then right hand side can be written as function of y upon x. Okay, so it takes this form. So f of dy by dx comma y upon x equal to 0. Okay, so here we can have differential equation of higher degree. Okay. So it is either solvable for P or solvable for y upon x. If it is solvable for P, then we proceed as in the unit 1 where we studied such systems. Otherwise, it may be solvable for y upon x, then we get y upon x equal to some function of P, say u of P. So we can write y equal to x into u of P, and then we differentiate with respect to x, and then we proceed as dy by dx. Okay, so here right hand side, on right hand side we use product rule of differentiation, and we could get variable separable form dx upon x equal to u dash of p divided by p minus u of p d. Okay. So this is variable separable form. Now this is important equation, Clairaut's equation, which is of the form y equal to px plus f of p. So here the solution is very simple. Simply replace p by arbitrary constant. Okay, so your solution will be y equal to cx plus f of c. Okay, remember that given differential equation need not look like Clairaut's form, but on simplification you may get Clairaut's equation. Okay, so note that you may get Clairaut's form after simplification, and it should look like y equal to px plus some function of p, and your answer will be y equal to cx plus f of c. That's all. So here is equation y equal to xp plus sine inverse p. Your solution is y equal to cx plus sine inverse c. So you may have some common factor multiplied. For example, if I am writing p square into y equal to x into p cube plus p square into sine inverse p, then p square is common factor which can be cancelled, and you will have Clairaut's form. Okay, so you may be given a differential equation which is not of degree 1, and you can have factors, different factors, and one of the factors is Clairaut's form. Okay, so that the corresponding factor will have simpler solution. So here is also another example where you can have a substitution which converts given differential equation to Clairaut's form. Okay, so all these examples should be studied carefully. Next part is singular solutions. This is important part. So we are familiar with the discriminant of quadratic equations. So it is d square minus 4ac. So let us see. Okay, so when the discriminant is 0, remember that the equation will have equal roots when the discriminant is 0. Here, the discriminant is d square minus 4ac. If this is 0, then we will have only one root, that is called as the case is called as equal roots or repeated roots. Okay, so minus b divided by 2a. It is twice, repeated twice. Okay, so when discriminant is 0, we have equal roots. And we have seen that this can be obtained by using partial derivative also. So we get the condition for equal roots by eliminating x between the given equation and its derivative with respect to x. Now let us see the differential equation f of x yp equal to 0. Okay, so we check the conditions where we have equal roots for P, equal roots for C. Okay, so these are P discriminant and C discriminant. So we consider f of xy p equal to 0, this nonlinear differential equation. And if we want to find P discriminant, then we have to solve this differential equation 1 and partial derivative of f with respect to p equal to 0. Okay, so to find P discriminant, we have to eliminate P between given differential equation 1 and this equation 2. Okay, so to find P discriminant, we have to eliminate P between given differential equation f of xyp equal to 0 and the equation dou f by dou p equal to 0. Similarly, there is C discriminant. Okay, so we know that P is dy by dx, it appears in given differential equation, and C appears in its general solution. Okay, so suppose f of xyp equal to 0 is given differential equation, and we have found out general solution, namely phi of xy c equal to 0. Okay, so the differential equation will contain P, that is dy by dx, and the general solution will contain C, okay, instead of P. C is arbitrary constant. So this is general solution, and this will have C discriminant. That means we can find the condition for this equation to have equal roots for C. Okay, so what we have to do to find this condition, we have to eliminate C between this solution 3 and the equation dou f by dou C equal to 0. Next point is the envelope. Okay, so envelope is the equation which touches to every solution in the family of general solution at certain point. Okay. So we consider this general solution phi of xyc equal to 0 of given differential equation f of xyp equal to 0. Okay, so if we change the value of c, we get new curve. Okay, so this phi of xyc equal to 0 forms a family of curves. Okay, each such curve is solution of given differential equation.